Jill. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There you are, Sarah Jane.
Oh, dear.
Christmas.
What do you say?
Thank you.
Oh, well done. Do you want me to help you open it, or can you manage it?
I can manage it.
You can manage it, can you? I wonder what's inside. Come on, I'll help.
I thought I'd better get you before you went to church.
Oh, well, I think we've got heaps of time yet. Oh, it's a pity you're having to be on duty today.
Oh, no, I haven't. Only till 2, and then Steve's coming round to the flat.
Oh, Steve Cater. Oh, I hadn't realised. I'm getting a bit out of touch.
Oh, that's all right, Jill. We've all been a bit taken by surprise.
Oh, what is it? Let's have a look. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, Di, you shouldn't.
Oh, well. I saw it in the toy shop and I couldn't resist it.
Yeah. Fell off the back of Santa's lorry.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, it's only a little something. I just hope that I chose right.
Exciting. Oh, Jill, it's my favourite perfume. How did you know?
Well, a good memory and a sharp nose.
It's ever so nice of you to come over today, Doris.
Well, I had to wish you both season's greetings, didn't I? I was ever so pleased your uncle came to the carols last night. I'm sure he enjoyed himself. Where is he this morning?
He's still at chapel. I left him there and came home myself. He stopped over to talk to the minister. I told him he'd be calling in today.
Oh. What about that friend of yours? What's his name?
Leonard Hobson.
Did you tell him he'd be coming as well?
Not yet. Well, I thought I'd wait till you were here. You're so good at persuading him to do things.
Oh, well, I don't know so much about that. I mean, he's not going to take too kindly to it, is he? You going off to a party on Christmas Day?
Hello. Am I early?
No, of course not. Come in.
I thought it was going to take me longer to get here, but then I found the way without any trouble.
Oh, this is Miss Luke. She's a friend of mine. She's working here just while Benny's away. Miss Luke, this is Leonard Hobson. He works at the hospital.
Pleased to meet you.
Mutual, I'm sure. Well, I'll go and put the kettle on, shall I? Make another pot of tea.
It's a good idea. How is everybody? How's Sister?
Oh, don't ask. Me and Sister aren't on the best of terms at the moment. We had a difference of opinion over laying up a trolley. Still, I dare say it'll all be forgiven and forgotten by this afternoon. She'll be as nice as pie by the time we get back there.
Yes,
If?
Well, I haven't actually asked Uncle yet, but I expect it'll be all right.
I don't understand.
I always got on very well with Sister. She was nice to me when I was there.
Well, she would be, wouldn't she? It's not difficult being nice to you. Top of the ops you were.
Do you see how he teases me? He was always like that, making jokes.
Who says I'm joking? I met Alison when she came in to have her op. I work at the hospital.
So she said. Very interesting profession, I've always thought.
Got visitors, have we?
Happy Christmas, Mr. Cottrell.
Very happy Christmas to you, Miss Luke. And who's this you brought with you, then?
This is somebody I want you to meet, Uncle.
Oh, yes?
Merry Christmas, sir.
Doris.
Oh, this is Mr. Hobson. He's a friend of Alison's, someone she met at the hospital.
Oh, I thought he'd come along with you, Miss Luke.
Oh, no. Mr. Hobson's only just arrived. I only met him myself a couple of minutes ago.
He's a nurse, Uncle. We met on a ward.
A nurse on a female ward.
Very popular nowadays. With the ladies. Oh, they like a bit of cheerful company.
He's in line for staff nurse, aren't you, Leonard?
With a bit of luck. Oh, pleased to meet you, sir. I've heard a lot about you.
Do you know, Sarah Jane, I always wanted a doll's house when I was a little girl.
Didn't you have one?
No.
Oh, I did. It wasn't as grand as this, but I loved it dearly. My father made it, you know. He was very good at things like that.
Well, unfortunately, during my childhood, a doll's house was a bit low on priority.
Sandy's just told me you were here. Happy Christmas, love.
Happy Christmas.
Oh, darling. Hello, darling. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas was the most.
What's been going on here? Looks as though Santa Claus has been working overtime. You're coming to church, aren't you? With Mummy and Uncle Sandy and me. Good girl. You are going, aren't you?
Yes, yes. Well, we're readier than we look, actually. I've left all our coats out in the hall. Come on,
clean.
madam. Leave all that. Come on, let's go and get ready.
Yes, sir.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Really is a time for children, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, Jill was just saying that Sarah Jane's been up since 4 examining her Christmas presents.
Yeah.
I'm ever so glad that Stan let Jill have her.
When I think back to this time last year, Sarah Jane in Germany, Jill over here at the motel, waiting for news. Thank goodness they've got it all sorted out at last.
And is it part of your job, Mr. Hobson, to come visiting the patients after they're back home again and well?
No, that's not part of the job. That was a pleasure.
And very nice, too. And I'm sure we're all pleased to meet you. And I know Mr. Cottrell will be only too glad of a chance to thank you for looking after Alison so well.
Uncle.
Oh, yes, much obliged, Mr. Hobson. No, not for me. No, I'm going up to change into my working clothes.
Working? On Christmas Day?
Clean out the hen coop, Miss Luke. Birds and beasts, they don't take no holidays. You'll have to excuse me, Mr. Hobson. I'll be back in for dinner about 1 o'clock.
Well, I was going to ask,
What?
would it be all right if I cooked the Christmas dinner this evening instead?
Hmm?
Well, I've had this invitation to go out, you see.
That's why I came over. Well, we've got a little staff party at the hospital lunchtime. I'd like to take Alison along with me as my guest, if you've no objections.
I'll be back in plenty of time to cook the Christmas dinner, really I will.
You want to go, do you now? Leave me here alone on Christmas Day?
I'll be only too happy to stay and keep you company. That is, if you'll have me. I'll make us both a bite for lunch, and then you'll be all right till this evening. How's that?
Yes, I see. It's all arranged then, is it?
Well, I can go, can't I?
You can please yourself what you do, can't you? I mean, you won't take any notice of me, so there's nothing to do with me, is it?
Be ready in 10 minutes.
Well, well. Quite a transformation.
We finally got it finished. Lloyd and I spent half the night moving the furniture back in. Still smells of paint, but apart from that, it's a triumph. Well, say something. Well, that's what I call an enthusiastic reaction. Sorry, I must give credit where it's due. Thank you, John. We couldn't have done it without you. And David, of course.
Of course. Mustn't forget dear old David.
Anyway, the main thing is the decorating's over and done with at long last.
Wrong.
I beg your pardon?
I said wrong. The decoration isn't over. There's one little piece of decoration you forgot. But fortunately, I remembered.
Oh, really?
It needs the artistic mind to think of these little finishing touches. Can we hang it somewhere?
I don't know where exactly.
Oh, fine. I'll just stand here till 12th night holding it aloft. Come here, Miss Brady. Mustn't let the good old traditions die out, you know.
I wouldn't dream of it. Another good old tradition, I suppose, catching somebody off guard.
You did say you wanted an enthusiastic
And
reaction.
to think I was about to make you an apology.
What for?
As I was going to say, the last time I was staying in this cottage, I seemed to cause you a certain amount of trouble. I felt a bit guilty about it,
And-
oddly enough.
Now you withdraw the apology?
Let's say I've put it in the cold storage.
Well, hello there. I thought I heard voices. Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas, Lloyd.
Have you come to join us for lunch?
Today? At this moment, my housekeeper is toiling over a hot stove. She'd never speak to me again.
Tell her I know how she feels.
No, really, I just came to ask if you'd both been invited to the motel this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, sure. Meg is inviting a few old friends over for a glass of sherry and a mince pie.
Splendid. Then perhaps we can all go together.
That's a good idea. Go in one car and save petrol. Right, Barbara?
Is that really all you came for?
Hello. What's this doing here?
Oh, it's my contribution to your decorations. We were just trying to think of somewhere appropriate to put it.
Don't tempt me.
So what's happened to all those resolutions then? What about all that tough talk? Well, come on, tell me. I don't know why you bother to say things if you're not going to do anything about them. What's happened to all that anger? The precious chief superintendent butting into our private lives? What's happened to privacy? He rings up here and you go running off like a lamb. Are you just going to take that, are you?
Look, it didn't happen like that.
According to your friend Boyd, it did.
No, like Blake said, the grapevine was a bit slow.
He said what?
Disgracefully slow, actually, was the expression he used. Never would have happened in my day, Keita.
What did he mean by that?
What he meant by that was that this move, this terrible thing, was set up well over a month ago.
That's what he says.
Oh, no, it's checkable. And what's more, I believe him. It seems that he's recommended me for a division where there's a vacancy for sergeant coming up. So he wasn't nettled about the two of us. Anything but.
So what happens now?
What I said would happen. They can stick it.
Happy Christmas.
Hello, Rosemary. You better come in.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't know you had company. Has anything happened? Is there some kind of investigation?
Steve is a friend. Steve Cater, Rosemary Hunter.
Diane's mother-in-law. How do you do? I brought you some news.
Oh, what?
Later, dear. You live nearby, do you, Mr...
Downstairs.
Oh, isn't that convenient? So lucky to have the lawn here at hand. You never know. But then perhaps you do.
Look, I've got some things to be getting on.
Oh, don't let me chase you away.
No, don't worry. I wouldn't let you chase him anywhere. What things?
I've got to finish unpacking.
Oh, yeah, you might not have to bother.
Look, I will. I've told you, haven't I? I'm staying. Well, it's been nice meeting you.
Yes, indeed. Goodbye. Quite charming. Married, is he?
I have heard on the grapevine that he's planning to, yes.
That's nice.
So, Rosemary, what exactly do you want?
Oh, the news! Well, I was so pleased I just had to come round and tell you myself. I said to David, I can't wait to see that girl's face when she hears. So here I am.
Do you think it'll be long before you can bring yourself to tell me then?
Christopher is going to ring you this afternoon. Isn't that a lovely Christmas present?
Cater's nothing to do with us, nothing at all.
Yes, he is. He is a reflection of what's been happening to us all of our lives.
You what?
It was a question of winning, wasn't it? Of getting your own way.
No.
You could see what was best for him.
A darn sight better than he could himself.
Just the same ways you could see what was best for Brian. And how you've always thought you knew what was best for me.
When have I ever tried to tell you what was best for you?
No, I'm sorry, wrong there. That would have taken a certain amount of consideration. You haven't shown much of that. Not in 26 years you haven't.
What on earth's come over you?
I'm watching young lives being pushed in a direction in which perhaps they ought not to go. And I'll protest against that. Not that it'll do any good, but I can't just sit by and watch it happen. I did that over Brian, our own son. I let you make his life a misery, all for the want of standing up, for the want of convincing myself that you don't always know best. And now I'm wondering, is it too late to start putting things right?
Been so dreadful, has it? 26 years of agony.
I didn't say that. Had it been, I wouldn't have stood it.
I see. Well, at least there's something to be thankful for.
Lots of things. Most of all, having Brian. Those early times when you were still proud, when you still lavished time on us. Since then, it's mattered less and less to you, hasn't it? Family life of any sort. We've taken a back seat, Brian and I, to a bit of scrambled egg on a peaked cat.
Oh, no, that's not true.
It is, Bob, absolutely.
No, it isn't. That was never important, the trimmings. It was a question of service to the community.
And those who were nearest to you went by the board, eh?
Oh, well, if you're adding up sums, the sum of a man's life, well, there have been mistakes, I grant you. Too many, perhaps, but in the end, on balance, I'd say I was in credit.
Self-sufficiency.
What?
Always been your strong point. Well, I hope it'll see you through, because I haven't felt I could do this. Not until now. I don't know, perhaps I'm seeing things in a different light. Anyway, I can do it now.
I'm sorry, you've lost me again. Do what?
Leave.
Leave?
Leave you.
What kind of action, Chris? Or when? In 3 days? Look, you promise you're not letting me down. All right, are you coming? All right. But listen, please don't let me down, will you? No, this means a heck of a lot to me. All right, then. I'll see you then. Ta-ta. Oh, God.
That's a happy little look.
Yes. That was Chris on the phone. He says in 3 days' time we'll know something more about the divorce.
What does that mean?
That I'm getting it, I suppose.
We've got to a point where we just can't go on.
We?
Well, me then. I don't know about you. Never have known, really.
Oh, come on now.
You have a chance now to take an early retirement, to give us some time together, away from all the pressure.
Pressure?
Well, what do you think it was like for me with you lying there in a hospital bed with a hole in your side that could have killed you if it had just been a fraction near your lung? What do you think was going through my mind then? Oh, yeah. The surgeons were making all sorts of hopeful noises. Don't you worry. We'll have him patched up in no time. He'll be back on duty good as new. And I was just thinking, oh, please, God, no.
Well, when they talked about retirement, you didn't say anything, really, one way or the other.
I had this tiny, silly hope at the back of my mind that you'd see it for yourself. No, I'm not talking about a holiday, Bob. I'm talking about what's left in life. And I don't know that it's all that much.
Don't bother doing any more of that, Miss Luke. You'll be wanting to get away, I expect.
Why? Do you want to get rid of me?
Oh, no, I didn't say that now, did I? Well, it's time they was back by now.
It's not late. It's not 4 o'clock yet.
Yeah, well, it's plenty late enough, isn't it? Running round the countryside in motor cars. The mother was very fond of joyriding in cars, you know.
Yes. So you said before.
Yeah, I often think about it. What was that? Oh, I heard something then. You know, sometimes history repeats itself. Ah, there they are now. Yeah, back at last.
Hello. Oh, you got home so quickly I could hardly believe it. Leonard's a very good driver.
How was the party?
Oh, it was lovely. I talked to loads of people that I knew. Oh,
good.
I've enjoyed myself so much.
Oh, I am pleased. Come in, Mr. Hobson. Sit down. Take your coat off.
No, I won't. Thanks all the same. I've got to be getting back.
Don't be silly. I was just going to make a pot of tea. You'll stay for a cup of tea, surely.
No, really. I'd better be on my way.
Oh, please stay.
Don't
Leonard.
argue with him now. If the lad wants to go, let him go.
I'm on early duty, you see. First thing tomorrow.
Well, if you're really sure, oh, it's been lovely.
My pleasure. Well, good night, Mr. Cottrell. Miss Luke, very nice to have met you.
Good night.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
You really do like him, don't you?
Well, anybody would. He's ever so nice. You don't really mind my going out with him, do you, Uncle?
That was a bit of a shock to me, a surprise, you know. You bring somebody like that into the house, stranger like that, somebody you hardly know.
But Leonard's not a stranger. Oh, not anymore. He's asked me to go out again on Thursday.
Oh, you're not still working. It's Christmas.
Well, it won't take much longer.
Thank heavens for that. David, I went to see Diane this afternoon and I passed on Chrissy's message.
Yes?
She really does want to get out of that marriage. Oh, well, I've done what I can.
Oh, I think it's enough for one day.
For Christmas Day, it's too much. David, I came here to get some answers about our son. Well, so far, all I've got are more questions, so I'm leaving.
For Switzerland?
It is my home. And there's no reason for me to stay on here now, is there?
Well, you said you wanted to spend more time together. Private time, you said.
You always seem so preoccupied with your work.
I'll make time.
I don't want to put extra pressure on you.
I thought it was a good idea when you suggested it, and I still think it's a good idea.
If you want me to stay, David, I will.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on
Oh, come on now, Meg. How about a song from you?
Yes, please.
Oh, come on now. Come on, please.
Fresh.
Yes, fresh.
All right, John. Key of D. Bring out the holly, light up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking. We may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles at the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry, so climb down that chimney, turn on the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruit cake, it's time to put some tinsel on that evergreen bar. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the laughter, and we need a little snapping, happy ever after, need a little Christmas star.
Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry, so
Climb down that chimney, it's been a long time since we've felt good neighborly. Slice up the fruit cake, it's time to hang some tinsel